You're lying in bed. The room is dark. It's quiet. Perfect conditions for sleep. But your mind won't stop. Your thoughts are racing. Your heart is pounding. Your chest feels tight. You check the time, 2 a.m. You've been here for 3 hours. And here's the terrifying part. You know exactly why this is happening. Work stress, relationship anxiety, financial pressure. Your brain knows these things, and it has decided tonight is the night to solve all of them simultaneously at 2 a.m. when you're powerless to do anything about it. Most people think this is just bad luck. They're wrong. There's a specific neurological reason this happens, and more importantly, there's a scientifically proven way to stop it. Mr. Stark here. And today, we're diving into one of the most misunderstood causes of insomnia, stress-induced racing thoughts and anxiety at bedtime. This isn't about relaxation tips you've heard 1,000 times. This is about understanding why your brain hijacks sleep to process anxiety, and the exact neuroscience-backed techniques that actually interrupt this pattern. By the end of this video, you'll have 3 powerful methods to quiet your mind and reclaim your sleep. Let's start with the uncomfortable neurological truth. Your brain isn't malfunctioning when anxiety hits at bedtime. It's actually operating exactly as designed, but for the wrong moment. Here's what happens. Throughout your day, you encounter stress, a difficult conversation, a deadline, financial uncertainty. Your amygdala, your brain's alarm system, registers these as potential threats. Your body releases cortisol and adrenaline. Your sympathetic nervous system activates. You're in fight or flight mode. Now, in ancient times, this was brilliant. You encounter a predator, your nervous system activates, you run. The threat passes. Your nervous system calms down. Simple. But modern stress is different. Your threats don't resolve. The deadline doesn't disappear when you leave work. The financial worry doesn't end when you close your laptop. The relationship tension follows you home. Your body remains in low-level activation throughout the day. Here's the critical part. Your brain accumulates this unresolved stress, and your brain has a problem-solving protocol. When you're inactive and not distracted, like when you're lying in bed trying to sleep, your brain decides this is the time to solve all those accumulated problems. It activates your default mode network. Your thoughts start spiraling. Your brain is essentially saying, "We haven't solved this yet. Let's solve it now." The irony is devastating. Your brain is trying to help you by processing stress, but it's doing it at the exact moment when you need sleep. And this creates a vicious cycle. You can't sleep because of anxiety, you don't sleep, sleep deprivation increases anxiety sensitivity, your anxiety gets worse, you sleep even less. The cycle deepens. Most people try to force sleep through willpower or medication, but they're not addressing the root. Your brain genuinely believes it has unresolved problems that need solving. Until you address that belief, sleep remains elusive. But here's what most people don't realize. Your brain doesn't actually want to keep you awake. It's trying to solve real problems. So the solution isn't to fight your brain, it's to give it what it needs, a sense of resolution and safety.
Method 1 is called the Cognitive Resolution Protocol, and it's based on a simple neurological principle. Your brain will calm down when it believes problems are handled. Here's the science. When you ruminate, when your thoughts spiral in circles about the same worry, a specific pattern activates in your brain. Your anterior cingulate cortex lights up. This is your brain's error detection system. It's designed to flag problems that need solving. Once a problem is flagged, this region stays active until your brain registers that the problem is resolved. The solution has 3 steps. Step 1, the worry dump, 5 minutes before bed. Spend 5 minutes writing down every single worry in your head. Not organized, not neat, just raw. Every financial fear, every work concern, every relationship doubt, every random anxiety. Write it all down. This action is neurologically significant. When you externalize your thoughts, get them out of your head and onto paper, your brain registers that the information is safe. It's been recorded. Your brain no longer needs to hold it in active memory and keep flagging it as an unsolved problem. Step 2, the 3 priority identification. Just 2 minutes. Now look at everything you've written, identify your top 3 priorities, just 3. Your brain cannot simultaneously focus on more than 3 priorities. By explicitly choosing these 3, you're telling your brain, these are the important ones. Everything else can wait. This is crucial because it prevents your brain from cyclically jumping between 20 different worries. Step 3, the deferred action statement during bed. When you lie down and a worry pops into your mind, you acknowledge it, never suppress it, acknowledge it, and remind yourself, I already identified this. I wrote it down. I have a plan to address it tomorrow morning. This simple cognitive move interrupts the rumination loop. Your brain doesn't try to solve it in real time. It defers the problem to daytime, when you actually can solve things. Here's what's fascinating from a neuroscience perspective. fMRI studies show that people who practice this technique experience measurable reduction in amygdala activation, your fear center, and increased activation in your prefrontal cortex, regions associated with closure and resolution. Your brain literally feels the problem is handled. But here's the issue. What if your worry isn't about tomorrow? What if it's about things completely outside your control? What if it's existential anxiety, pure dread for no specific reason? That's where method 2 becomes essential, and it's a technique used by Navy SEALs to manage extreme stress and uncertainty. It's called mental compartmentalization, and it's more powerful than meditation.
Method 2 is mental compartmentalization. And this addresses a specific type of anxiety, the kind you can't solve through planning because it involves things completely outside your control. Here's the neurological reality. Your amygdala doesn't distinguish between solvable and unsolvable problems. It just knows threat detected. But your prefrontal cortex, your rational brain, knows the difference. Some things you can control, most things you can't. The technique is based on this principle. Separate your worry into 2 categories: controllable and uncontrollable. Controllable worries, work presentation, difficult conversation, health habits, financial decisions. These are things you can influence through action. Uncontrollable worries, other people's opinions, economic conditions, past events, natural disasters, what others think of you. These are completely outside your sphere of influence. Here's what you do. When a worry surfaces during your wind down, ask yourself, is this something I can control or influence right now? If yes, move it into your written worry list. We covered this in Method 1. Create an action plan for it tomorrow. Your brain is satisfied because there's a plan. If no, if it's genuinely uncontrollable, you acknowledge it and then you make a conscious decision. I acknowledge this worry exists. It's real, but it's not within my control, and worrying about it now serves 0 purpose. I'm going to consciously set it aside until it becomes relevant or I have useful information or control over it. This sounds simple, but neurologically this is powerful. You're essentially telling your amygdala, I hear you, I acknowledge the threat, but I've assessed the situation and action right now is not possible. Your job is to monitor, not to activate panic. When your prefrontal cortex makes this rational assessment, it actually dampens amygdala activation. Your threat response calms down. Navy SEALs use a version of this called box breathing and box thinking. They compartmentalize fears into specific mental boxes. When the threat is relevant, like during an actual mission, they open the box. When it's irrelevant, like at night trying to sleep, they keep it closed. This prevents emotional hijacking. The key phrase, this is true, this concerns me, but it's not actionable right now, so I'm setting it aside until it becomes relevant. Repeat this phrase for each uncontrollable worry. Your brain will begin to trust this boundary. But here's the challenge. What if your anxiety isn't even about specific thoughts? What if it's pure physical activation?
Your heart is racing, your chest is tight, your nervous system is just firing without any particular thought attached. That's where method 3 is non-negotiable, because no amount of cognitive work will calm your body if your nervous system is in overdrive. You need to address the physiology of anxiety.
Method 3 is the vagal reset, and this addresses the physical dimension of anxiety that pure thinking cannot fix. Your vagus nerve is like your nervous system's off switch. It runs from your brain all the way to your gut. When you activate it properly, you shift your body from sympathetic activation, fight or flight, into parasympathetic activation, rest and digest. Your heart rate drops, your breathing slows, cortisol decreases. Here's the protocol: the extended exhale breathing technique. Breathe in through your nose for a count of 4. Pause for a count of 1. Then exhale through your mouth slowly for a count of 6 or 8. The key is your exhale is longer than your inhale. This is what activates your vagus nerve. Extended exhale signals safety to your brain. Do this 10 times, not once, 10 times. Here's why. Each breath cycle activates your parasympathetic system a little more. By the 10th breath, your nervous system has genuinely shifted. Your heart rate is lower, your blood pressure has dropped, your muscles have released tension. The neuroscience: the vagus nerve has stretch receptors. When your lungs expand during inhale, these receptors are activated. But when you exhale fully and extend that exhale, you're sending a sustained signal down the vagus nerve: we're safe, we can relax. This is ancient neurobiology. This is older than human civilization. Most people try this once and think it doesn't work, but consistency is key. Do this extended exhale breathing 3 to 4 times daily, morning, midday, evening, and pre-bedtime. By the time you lie down to sleep, your nervous system isn't in baseline activation anymore. It's already in a relaxed state. When you practice the extended exhale breathing as you lie in bed, you're not fighting an activated nervous system. You're deepening an already relaxed state. Combined with the cognitive techniques from methods 1 and 2, your mind is handled and your worries are compartmentalized, and now your body is calm. Your nervous system has shifted. Your amygdala is no longer screaming, and something powerful happens. Sleep becomes almost inevitable. But there's one final element that most people miss entirely, because even with all of this, cognitive resolution, mental compartmentalization, nervous system calm, many people still can't fall asleep. And there's one specific reason. It's about when you try to do all of this. The timing matters more than most people realize, and getting the timing wrong means everything else fails.
Method 4 is about timing. And this is the detail that separates people who fix their anxiety-driven insomnia from people who struggle for years. Here's the neurological reality. Your brain processes emotional information differently at different times of day. During the day, with sunlight and cortisol high, your prefrontal cortex is dominant. You can think rationally, you can problem solve, you can use cognitive techniques effectively. But as evening approaches and melatonin rises, your prefrontal cortex activity decreases. Your emotional brain, your amygdala and limbic system becomes relatively more dominant. This is normal. It's part of your circadian rhythm. But it means that trying to think your way through anxiety at 10 p.m. is neurologically harder than trying at 3 p.m. So here's the protocol. Do your cognitive work, your worry dump, your compartmentalization in the afternoon, around 3 or 4 p.m., when your prefrontal cortex is still strong, when you can think clearly. Spend 15 minutes addressing your worries while your brain is capable of rational problem solving. Then, in the 2 to 3 hours before bed, don't try to think through anxiety. Instead, focus purely on physical calming, the extended exhale breathing, dim lighting, cool temperature, minimal mental stimulation. You're not trying to solve anxiety anymore. You're just creating the physiological conditions for sleep. This distinction is crucial. Many people lie in bed at 11 p.m. and suddenly try to work through their worries using pure thought. But their prefrontal cortex is offline. Their amygdala is dominant, so the worry just spirals. They can't think their way out of it because their brain isn't organized for rational thinking anymore. By doing your cognitive work in the afternoon, you've already addressed the problems when your brain can actually solve them. By evening, you're just maintaining that state through physical techniques. The sequence matters. Afternoon cognitive work, early evening physical calm, bedtime physical techniques. This is the winning formula. And here's what's profound. When you implement all 4 of these methods in the right sequence, something changes fundamentally. You're not just sleeping better. Your relationship with anxiety itself transforms. I spent years fighting my anxiety, lying in bed, trying to suppress racing thoughts, trying to force sleep, trying not to think about worries. It never worked. The harder I fought, the worse it got. But when I understood the neuroscience, that my brain wasn't broken, it was just in the wrong state at the wrong time, everything shifted. I started addressing my worries in the afternoon, when I could think clearly. I learned to compartmentalize uncontrollable anxiety. I practiced vagal resets throughout the day, and by evening, my brain was already calm before I even lay down. Within 2 weeks, my nighttime anxiety dropped by 80%. By month 2, I was sleeping through the night. And more than that, my daytime anxiety decreased too. Because I was actually sleeping, my nervous system had time to reset and recover. Anxiety isn't something you defeat through willpower. It's something you manage through understanding how your brain actually works. And when you work with your neurobiology instead of against it, anxiety loses its power. If this helped, please like and subscribe. Every week, I break down the neuroscience of mental health, sleep, and performance, things mainstream media won't touch. Share this video with someone you know who struggles with nighttime anxiety. They need this. And comment, which method resonates most with you? I read every comment. Sleep well. Mr. Stark, signing off.